Heated Rivalry es un fenómeno mundial, lo sabemos tú, lo sé yo, todo el mundo lo sabe. Y por eso en esta ocasión vamos a estar hablando con Kaden Connors, quien hace de Sasha en la serie, que es el hijo del ex entrenador de Ilia en Rusia. Su personaje en la serie es pequeño, pero hay algo muy importante que saber de Kaden, que Kaden audicionó para ser Ilia en la serie. Así que nos va a contar un poquito sobre el proceso, sobre cómo es hablar en ruso, qué tanto le gusta la serie, porque además ha empezado a leer los libros, así que ajá, hay muy buenas opiniones. Así que los dejo con la entrevista y los dejo con Kaden.
Hola Latinoamérica. My name is Kaden Connors. I'm 30 years old and I'm from Toronto, Canada.
Lo primero que quiero saber, Kaden, es cómo fue el casting para Heated Rivalry. Si no puedes contar un poquito sobre eso.
I actually originally auditioned for Ilya. But honestly, I'll say like that's how it works a lot of the time, the casting process. So often you could be, auditioning for one character and the casting directors and producers director, they might be like, wait, we really like him, but we kind of want him for another role. And that's exactly what happened. So they kind of came back and they were like, we really liked that, but we actually have a different character in mind for you. Sure enough, Sasha. And here we are.
Para hacer tu papel de Sacha, ¿sabías algo de ruso? ¿Cómo fue el proceso?
So I actually did not know any Russian at all. It was brand new for me. But the thing is I love dialects and accent work. As an actor, I've always loved it. I'll always just put on accents, and just through like all my schooling and just honestly, like if you ask my friends day to day, I'll always throw on an accent. Sometimes it annoys them, but I have a lot of fun doing it. So for all the Russian in the show, we actually had a dialect coach. Her name's Kate Yablanovsky. Oh my God, I adore her. She's incredible. And so because of her, thanks to her, we got Sasha.
En tu episodio, ¿qué hubieras cambiado?
You know what, to preface, I'm going to say, like, I think Jacob Tierney is brilliant. He is a brilliant mind. So there's nothing it's perfect as it is. There's nothing I would change. But I feel like Sasha deserves a little bit better. And I'm not just saying that as me who played Sasha. I'm saying that as I think a lot of fans have also said that in comments I've read and stuff. A lot of people are like, I hope he went and found a really fun party after. I'm like, I hope he found more, but yeah. Part of me wishes that Sasha should have gotten what he wanted. Is that a hot take? I don't know. Just once. And then Ilya could have, obviously pursued everything with Shane, but they weren't in like a committed relationship. Anyway, I'll leave it there.
¿Por qué crees tú que Ilia le dijo que no a Sacha para que ellos tuvieran algún tipo de hookup?
I think that Ilya was, at this point in the story, I think Ilya is becoming a new man. And so he was kind of leaving an old lifestyle behind him. And so, I mean, that plus maybe he saw something in Shane that he's never seen in any guys before, any people before that. But I really do feel like, Sasha was a huge temptation, obviously. And he just, this time he had the willpower and made the choice to say no. And I think for his character arc, it's brilliant. I think that's just, that is where Ilya was in that point of his life. He was really trying to get away from Russia, not just like physically, having like moved to the US for his career, but I think that there's a lot of darkness for him in his life and his identity back in Russia. So it makes sense, in a lot of ways it makes sense, even though I'm sure Sasha wishes he did not turn him down.
¿Cuáles son las repercusiones que has visto tú en tus redes sociales luego de que se estrenara el episodio en el que saliste de la serie?
I have noticed a lot of attention online since, a lot of engagement, obviously from fans and stuff. So that's been really fun because, I lean into it because I really enjoy engaging with an audience. And honestly, they make it so easy. Like, The fans of Heated Rivalry are some of the sweetest people I've ever engaged with, especially online. Like, they're just so kind, and it's a really, really fun and healthy community that is the Heated Rivalry fan base, truly, from my experience. So, yeah, I'm enjoying it. I think that it really has broken the internet in a really good way. It's everyone has jumped on Heated Rivalry and is like high key obsessed with it. So, and they should be, as they should be.
Si es que sigues viendo la serie, ¿cuál es tu momento favorito de la serie?
Yes, I do very much. Episode 4 has been my favorite. I swear that it just keeps getting better and better. I've said that to everyone. But my favorite moment was in episode 2, the bathroom scene with Shane and Ilya. Like, those boys are such talented actors, and I really felt what Shane was experiencing. It's just such an incredible scene, especially like I remember that scene reading the book too. And funny enough, that scene was one of the scenes in the audition room for Ilya's character. I remember that. So anyway, this that divide between them and like yearning, it was so good. Definitely my favorite.
Vi que Rachel te envió la edición completa de Game Changers, que es la serie donde sale Ilia y Shane. ¿Cuál es tu libro favorito?
All right, I'm just gonna say I'm not a very fast reader, to be honest. I love reading, but I struggle with it sometimes because it can take me a while to get through a book. But I have read Heated Rivalry, obviously, like in the audition. Like when I was auditioning for Ilia, I read the full script, and then I also bought the book, and I was like, I'm gonna read this book, and I read it, and wow. If you haven't read it, you should read it. It's really good. And then right now I'm currently working through The Long Game, but I'm not going to lie, I have not read any of the other ones yet. I have them. I got them, and I'm gonna read them.
¿En algún momento de todo este proceso imaginaste que la serie podría tener una segunda temporada tan pronto como lo ha anunciado? Ni siquiera hemos llegado al final y ya hay una segunda temporada.
Without a doubt. Honestly, like if you ask any of my friends from the start, I said like this is the kind of project that gets a season 2. Like absolutely. I mean, we all believed in it from the very beginning. We're like, oh my god, this is amazing. The world has been waiting for this kind of thing. Did I imagine it was gonna happen so soon? No, that came as a surprise. I'm not gonna lie. I thought maybe the announcement would come, the approval, the greenlit season 2 would come in the new year, maybe earliest, probably the spring though. So it's insane that like we haven't even finished airing season 1 and we got a season 2. So it's amazing.
Por último, terminando esta entrevista, quisiera saber qué hay de ti, qué se viene en tu carrera, qué nos puedes contar sobre todo esto.
I have a really good gut feeling about 2026 next year. Truly. I'm not gonna be like, this is my year, because I feel like everyone says that, but no, seriously, like I've been really happy like the last 2 years with the different projects that I've booked. But as my acting career is doing its thing, unfolding, like I said, I've been doing a lot of like writing and working on screenplays. I'd love to produce more short films and indie films. And direct. I really feel like I have like vision, so I'd love to be able to like storytell that way and direct some of them. So that's kind of my intention. That's what I'm working towards. And I'll say the thing about this industry, as you've heard, I'm sure, is like things can happen in the blink of an eye. And like I feel like Heated Rivalry is like is a clear example of that. Like we kind of foresaw this succeeding, but I think for a lot of us it just happened, and we're like, okay, and you just have to like be ready and always be ready. But honestly, I don't think truly anyone is ready. Like no one can ever actually be ready, because what they imagine it to be like versus what it actually ends up being like is always different. I think if you're an actor, you just naturally have to be ready. I feel like being ready is just like being able to just roll with the punches and like improvise, because I feel like that's literally so much at the heart of what like acting is. Um, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to this next year, and for seeing Heated Rivalry unfold, and for season 2. So very, very, very exciting things are just ahead of us.
Fue un gusto tener a Kaden en el canal de YouTube y me encantó saber más sobre su audición y sobre su carrera en sí.
Well, this has been so much fun. Thanks again, Rebecca, for having me. Ciao, chicos.
Eso ha sido toda la entrevista del día de hoy con Kaden, quien hace de Sasha en Heated Rivalry. Bye.